In this video, we're going to go over 3 big challenges that young advisors face and what you can do to overcome those challenges. The first step is really just to be aware of the challenges, and then the second step is going to be do these things that will help make these challenges a lot smaller than they actually are. But first, welcome back to the channel. If I haven't met you yet, I'm Dave Zoller, and my business partner and I, Tim, we run Streamline Financial, a wealth management firm with about 250 million under management. And we started this channel only for advisors so that we can share some of the things that have been working on our journey. So if you're an advisor and you're always looking to improve yourself, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss the future videos. So on to the first challenge is if you're a younger advisor, then this could be a challenge, and it's your young looks. If you look young and you are trying to work with older clients, there's going to be a bit of age bias, a little bit of maybe uncomfortableness with those older clients. If you're in your 20s, and if you were like me or still like me with kind of that baby face or young looks, then that was a bit of a challenge. It was for me. It's not so much anymore, even though I still look young, hopefully. But older clients just feel a little bit more confident with advisors who might have some experience. So there are things that you can say and do if this is brought up, or really it's on their mind. So there's ways to bring it up. I actually am creating a full video on 4 things you can do and say to turn your young looks into an advantage for you when you're speaking with older clients. So be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss that video. And sneak peek is one of the things we'll say in first meetings if they bring up our youth or young looks or something like that. There was a doctor client that we were helping, and he was in his 60s, and I actually asked him after he had become a client if there was was my age an issue when he was deciding who he was going to go with, and he said it was an issue. And the important thing is he purposely chose me as a younger advisor because he knew I wasn't going to retire before he did, and he actually chose his doctors, his accountant, and myself and other professionals based on how old they were, because he wanted them for the rest of his life. And most advisors, as you know, the average age is in their upper 50s. So there's a chance that their clients and they will be retiring at the same time. So that's just sneak peek, and I'll go through some of the wording and things like that in the video. So just be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. So the second thing is finding a job at a real financial planner's office. So a lot of advisors, really the majority of advisors are working for big insurance companies or wirehouses, which could be fine and good. But I've heard a few advisors talk about how there's some conflicts of interest and really a lot of pressure to maybe sell certain advice or certain amounts of some product or things like that. And again, it's not for everybody. A lot of them want to get into that independent landscape where they don't have that sort of pressure on what or how they're going to offer advice to their clients. So it's not super easy, and a lot of those independent firms, it's hard to get into. One small tip though, I would recommend, and we're actually doing this right now, hiring at Streamline, is getting into the independent firm by focusing on the operations role first, and then kind of growing your way into an advisor. Now you need a clear and defined path with the advisors that are hiring you so that you can graduate and get to these next levels. So that's super important, but that's a good way. If you can't find many independent firms out there that need an advisor, try going the operations route. And if that's a topic of interest, let me know in the comments, because I could always do another video too on giving you more information around that. Then the third big challenge is just finding new clients, right? If you don't have many clients to start, you're not getting any referrals because you don't have clients and you don't have a huge network yet, most likely. So how do you find clients? You'll see a bunch of ideas on this topic in this channel, and I'll be coming out with new videos all the time. But let me give you a few things that have worked best for me and some of the advisors here at Streamline when we were younger advisors, or still are, and how we were able to start to help more people and attract more clients to us. The first thing that we did is find an accountant that you trust. Now this isn't easy, but if you can come to the accountants that you know with the service mentality and really with the mindset of how do I make their life easier, especially during tax season, you'll have a much better chance of helping them like you and wanting to work with you. I actually wrote a post, and there's probably there is a video on CPA referrals here on this channel, but there's another post on kitsis.com. If you Google Zoller Kitsis, it should come up. But I did taxes for 4 years, and I got pitched by a lot of advisors, and none of them really did this. They didn't look, they really focused on, here's how we can help your client the most. None of them focused on, hey, Mr. or Mrs. CPA, here's how we can help you and make your life easier. But if you can do that, if you could find one CPA, one accountant that can really, really help your business. That was the number one thing that helped streamline over the last 12 years, really. And then the second thing, once you have a few clients, then the second thing that grew our firm too was just referrals. And we actually don't have a referral system where we're asking clients, but really it'll come up when a client is happy and they're content and they're really pleased with the advice and the relationship that they have with us. A lot of times they'll start to tell their friends and family about us too. So we don't have a great system for that, but it just happens organically. And then the third thing that we did and are really doing more now is just consistently have that social media presence, specifically on LinkedIn and YouTube. Those are the two places that we focus. YouTube takes a little bit of effort, it takes more effort really, because you got to be on video and do things like that. But LinkedIn can be much easier to start. I was actually able to grow from 600 followers to 8,000 followers in a little over a year on LinkedIn, following this system of just consistent posting. And if you're interested in that and you want me to do more detailed videos on what we did there, let me know in the comments too, because I'll just look at the comments if people leave any and pick the things that seem to be of most interest or have the most thumbs up, and I'll go for those videos next. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe, and then I'll see you in the next video. Take care.